Good morning. Welcome to the Thought of the Day. This week we are looking at Jesus in the Old Testament. Today we have moved out of the book of Genesis and into the book of Exodus to look at part of the story of Moses. So where we join this story in chapter 32 of the book of Exodus, Moses is on Mount Sinai talking to God, receiving the Ten Commandments, and Aaron and the rest of the Hebrew people are down below making the golden calf to worship instead of Yahweh. And at verse 7 it says this: Then the Lord said to Moses, "Go down, because your people, whom you brought up out of Egypt, have become corrupt. They have been quick to turn away from what I commanded them, and have made themselves an idol cast in the shape of a calf. They have bowed down to it and sacrificed to it, and have said, 'These are your gods, Israel, who brought you up out of Egypt.' I have seen these people," the Lord said to Moses, "and they are a stiff-necked people. Now leave me alone, so that my anger may burn against them, and that I may destroy them. Then I will make you into a great nation." So the people have turned away from God. They have committed this great sin, going against the Ten Commandments that Moses has just been given. And God says, "Let me get rid of them, and we'll start again with you, and I'll make you into a great nation. This will be your legacy." And what does Moses do? Well, he goes down the mountain and he confronts the people, destroys the calf. And then he says, if we skip to verse 30, the next day Moses said to the people, "You have committed a great sin, but now I will go up to the Lord. Perhaps I can make atonement for your sin." So Moses went back to the Lord and said, "Oh, what a great sin these people have committed. They have made themselves gods of gold. But now, please forgive their sin. But if not, then blot me out of the book you have written." Moses can see that what they've done is wrong, terribly, terribly wrong. But he still stands up for them. He still is their leader. He still wants to defend them. He wants to keep them safe. And so he goes to God and he pleads to God that God would forgive their sin. But he says at the end, "But if not, then blot me out of the book you have written." He wants to take their place. He wants to die instead. If they can't be forgiven, then take me. And God doesn't do that because Moses is not the right person for the job. God has somebody else in mind for that role. And over 1,000 years later, Jesus will be the one saying, "Forgive them, but blot me out. Let me take the punishment. Let me atone for their sin." And because Jesus is the right person for the job, then that's what happens. That, as I said yesterday, that has always been the plan. And that's what happens. That's how it goes. That is how our sin is atoned, because Jesus steps in on our behalf, just like Moses was prepared to do for the Israelites, even though he could see the terrible things that they had done. A little bit of Jesus in the Old Testament.